Hey, Shoreline, back with you on Monday here at noon. And just as we are thinking together through this time together, I thought it might be good to start off just with our memorization project. I may be the only one on this project, but I'm going to still keep forging ahead with Psalm 27. I'll stumble my way through it, but hopefully it comes a little bit more smoothly as we go through these times. And I hope you can join me on Psalm 27, beginning in the first verse. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? When evildoers assail me to eat up my flesh, my adversaries and foes, it is they who stumble and fall. Though an army encamp against me, my heart shall not fear. Though war arise against me, yet I will be confident. One thing I have asked of the Lord, that I will seek after, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to gaze upon the beauty of the Lord and to inquire in his temple. For he will shelter me in the day. He will shelter me in the day of trouble. He will conceal me under his tent. He will conceal me under his tent. For he will lift me high upon a rock. I'm sure I messed up verse 5 there, but I'm still working on that one today, this morning. I'll work on that one a little bit. And verse 6 actually is a great verse about singing, and it made me think about we were watching American Idol as a family, and in the singing competition, there's been this one guy who has been extremely nervous when he's performed, and they had a time where there was a duet part of the competition, and so he joined up with another guy, and they were singing this duet together, and it was amazing because during their song portion, as they were singing, this one guy basically carried him through. The guy who was confident was carrying through the guy who was nervous. And by the end of it, it sounded great. But it just made me think about, just being that anxiety ridden and yet making it through to the end of the song. And, there's a time in which when you think about it, you're just carried along sometimes, and especially when you're going through really anxiety ridden situations. And for many people today, we're going through some of that situation, whether it be not only the virus or where things are at financially. There's a lot of things that just may overtake our hearts out of fear. And in order to really sing together, if you like, we need someone else to help us. And of course, the number one person in that is God Himself, who's helping us sing the song, if you like, about the song of salvation. And so David here in Psalm 27, he is he's being helped along by God as he is surrounded with a lot of anxiety and fear, and he's trusting in God, and God is helping him. In verse 6 of Psalm 27, he says, I'll sing and make melody to the Lord, and God Himself is helping him sing. And I think as we think about these times together, even singing and making melody, whether it be on our own in our living rooms as we watch an online service, or this time of our devotional, or even just in the quietness of our own lives, we need God's help to help us continue on, and even to have joy in the midst of a time where it may seem very joyless. God can help us through that. So just as we go through the day today, I just want to encourage you to sing and make melody unto the Lord with the Lord's help. And as you rely on others who come around you and surround you, you might be the one helping them sing that song, or they may be the one helping you, but we need one another during this time, and we certainly need God's help. So Psalm 27:6 is about singing and making melody, and I hope that we'll be able to do that in the privacy of our homes and in our cars. And then once again, when we get together, I can't wait to see you guys at some point. We love you, we miss you, and we'll be in touch as far as further updates and what God has in store for us. But we're getting great updates from people in terms of how they're helping out their friends and neighbors and people in the schools. And so it's encouraging to hear that. But we'll keep praying, and we'll see you soon. Thanks, Shoreline.